So hey everyone, very warm welcome to the LitmusChaos contrib call. We'll keep it short. We'll just quickly discuss some contributions in hand, whatever we have done over the last 1 or 2 weeks, and then what kind of contributions are we looking at. We have some LFX mentees who have come in, and then we also have the Contrib Fest at KubeCon coming up. So I think there are some discussions that we can have there, but right now I'll just start with an update from my side on how things are looking from a contributor standpoint and what we are looking at. So as you all might know, or most of you might know, that we are looking to move LitmusChaos to graduation. And to move to graduation, obviously, there's an audit side of it, there's a security side of it. I think we'll be discussing a lot more in the upcoming community call. But I think one important aspect of it is the contribution side of it, where we are trying to improve contributions to Litmus. So if you see the current insight, or if any one of you have just taken a look at how currently our community is progressing. So we've improved a lot after, I think, a long time. We are having some good contributions coming in, some active participation. And again, thank you to Namkyu, Nagesh, Michael, Sarthak, Saranya for taking this up and improving contributions. But I'll just I'm trying to pull up the graph if we can, but let me start with the issues. So I'm quickly sharing my screen. So we have around 332 open issues, and some of them obviously are recently they are the ones for the LFX mentees, but we are also trying to create a few for our Contrib Fest. But beyond that, there are issues that need closure. We need to close some of the issues. So one of the tasks that we have been doing is working alongside maintainers and especially Karthik to get some of the issues closed. So currently we have used the label old issues to just flag issues which were before 2020 or around 2021, 2020 or early 2022. So these issues are being worked on to be closed, or we are trying to see what is being met with LitmusChaos 3.x, or what has, like, we've moved past this requirement as an issue. So that is one update where we are looking to close at least 20 to 30 issues by the next couple of weeks. And then moving ahead with our graduation goals, we'll try to close more issues. We'll see what issues can be closed. But one thing that I would urge everyone who's here on the call is maybe spend some time just taking a look at issues that we can close, or issues that are good first issues, issues that can be, you know, that just needs a few lines of code as contribution, and we can get them closed so that at least we can move this number below 250. That is my hope for this, around this couple of months. And then probably we can move ahead in terms of seeing how many issues that can be contributed back by the community, or what can be done in terms of closing those issues as well, so that we can really reduce our number of issues. And then secondly, if I have to talk about insights, then I was just trying to pull this graph. So as you can see that we were obviously doing great at this part in time, where there were so many contributions that were coming up, and then this was a stale period where, the contributions died down. But right now you can see with this side of things that the contributions have moved up, and again, thanks to all the folks who have contributed. But the idea is, for the next at least 6 months to 8 months, we'll try to move up contributions by involving our LFX mentees, our contributors, and our maintainers as well, so that we can keep the tempo up before uh, achieving graduation, or keeping graduation in mind. Because I believe from a I mean, adoption perspective, Litmus has become a little mature, and we have seen some good participation and adoption stories coming out. So and recently, again, congratulations to the community. we had a good adoption story coming from Flipkart. So to maintain the tempo, I think this is the need of the hour from a contributor perspective, and I just wanted to set the tone moving ahead from a contribution standpoint. So with this, I think I'll allow Sarthak and Saranya to take over to share some insights on the current contributions that have happened to Litmus, and then maybe we can just open the floor to discuss some of the contributions that can be done by each one here.
Thanks, Prithvi. So, hi everyone. Regarding the current contributions, I would say mostly they have been bug fixes, and a lot of new students and contributors have come up and requesting us for and requesting for contribution, and we were able to create some of the good first issues that were are kind of important as part of enhancement. So these kind of issues that have been worked upon recently, and we had created few good first issues, and I could see most of them have been taken up by the by the contributors. And one of the areas that I think we can focus more on is adding the first test suits. So as Prithvi mentioned that we are working towards the graduation, and some security auditing and all will be going on. So adding addition of first tests would be really helpful in this case. So like I have recently integrated Litmus me and Vedant recently integrated Litmus with OSS Pulse, so that it we can have daily builds on the on the first tests. And so this was just a starter, and I'm currently working on adding more and more first tests like across all the repos under LitmusChaos. But it would be really helpful if you could also get some time and devote some time towards the first tutorial. First adding addition of first test suits. So yeah, Namku has also shared a tutorial on the first. So this is like kind of similar to unit tests. And if you have any experience with writing unit tests in Golang, I think it would be really easy for you. And so we are starting with addition of test in the chaos GraphQL under chaos center, and slowly we'll also we're currently working on adding other repos, integrating other repos for the first testing, and we'll start adding there as well. So yeah, that is something that we are looking into right now. And so it is not just for security, it's like for the last few like LFX mentorship, we have really focused on addition of a unit tests, so that with the with 3.0, a lot of new edge cases issues come up. So addition of E2E unit tests and first tests would really make an impact on the stability of Litmus as a product. So yeah, that's it.
Thanks, Saranya, for sharing those updates. Maybe we'll go deeper into the contribution bandwidth or contribution side of things. But yeah, one of them obviously we are trying to improve our fuzzing suite, and obviously the initial integration was done a couple of weeks ago, and now we are trying to build a stronger fuzzing suite, which will obviously require contribution. And I think our LFX mentorship program as well as GSOC is surrounded around that. So maybe we can get some contributions there. Uh,
Yeah.
Sarthak, would you like to share any updates on the current contribution side?
Yeah, Prithvi, I can share the updates on LitmusCTL site. So on LitmusCTL, we are mainly focusing on stabilizing the product as well as the code. So as part of that, the last meeting, the contributions that we had were from Kartikeya and Aryan. So both were related to adding pre-commit checks in LitmusCTL that will allow the contributors and developers to follow better coding practices. And yeah, so these were the couple of PRs that were raised by Karthik and Aryan. And also as part of stabilizing LitmusCTL, we will be adding E2E test cases. So that is part of the LFX mentorship program. And so the results are out today, I guess. So we have selected Shivam for it. Shivam will be adding uh, E2E test cases for it. And as Saranya told about adding first tests in other modules as well. So we'll be, adding first tests in LitmusCTL as well. So, we'll create an issue for it. And, if anyone from the community picks it up, it will be good for us. And also, as part of stabilizing, there are few open issues in LitmusCTL. So we'd like to close them as well. And we are targeting nearing up to 0 open issues in LitmusCTL. So maybe in coming releases, we'll try to bring the number close to 0. There are a few issues that are open, but they're already fixed. So we need to go through them, and we'll try to close it. And the open issues, we'll try to address them. So yeah, these are the updates from LitmusCTL side.
Thanks, Sarthak. I think I'll just open the floor for a one by one. I mean, just sharing some thoughts on where you have contributed or where you can contribute. Some issues if someone can take up. I mean, obviously we are trying to create some issues for the KubeCon Contrib Fest as well. But right now with the idea of expanding our fuzzing suite and uh, just closing some issues, if folks can share their ideas or share what they are working on one by one. We can start with NamQ perhaps.
Okay, I just want to share some things that first I've done implementing a new chaos port K6 root generators, and I made couple of PRs. So take a look at these PRs, and please take a look at these PRs. And second, I plan to make a new chaos port collaborating with Nagish, database chaos port. So I will make a new proposals and submit through PRs. And third one, I'm writing a first testing code about chaos hope package. So yeah, it's all.
That's awesome, Namq. That's really good. I'm glad to know about all these updates. Saranya, have we been able to assign some reviewers to the 3 pull requests? Any updates on the current PRs that Namq has raised?
So for the Litmus one, I have asked Udit and Karthik to review that, and Litmus Go and all OES are yet to review. So yeah, we'll try to review it as soon as possible.
Thank you.
Thanks, Namq, for sharing those updates. Michael, perhaps I think last time you had shared about a couple of PRs. Would you like to share some updates on your contributions?
Yeah, I have 2 PRs that are in review. I'll just put them in the thing there. So the first one there is to consider the app kind when filtering on the target pod. So at the moment, the app kind is pretty much ignored. So that PR is just to address that. So the app kind is taken into consideration when filtering the target pods. And the second one, then just throw the link in there to the chat. This is where we can specify the target container that the experiment is to be executed against. I guess this PR just suggests that we should allow the operator to specify all, in which case then all the target pods, the experiment will run against all the target pods in parallel execution. I guess you could always do it for in sequence as well, but this PR is just for in parallel execution. And people like today and want to expand it out to the in sequence, and then I can do that as well.
Thanks, Michael. I'm just taking a look at your PRs. I think it was raised around January 10th. So we have Shubham, who's taking a look. Perhaps we'll go back to Shubham and check with him on updates from his side, and I think we are also catching up around KubeCon, so perhaps around that time we can look at getting these PRs merged from your end.
Yeah, and I'll look at the list of issues that are open there and maybe take on some other issues there. So
Sure, Michael. Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Yeah. no problem.
Nagesh, would you like to share some updates?
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. So I have opened some of the PRs. The first one is fixing the GitOps trigger. So there were some requests from the community that the GitOps is not working. So I fixed that issue and I'm sharing the link for same in the chat. And another PRs are for supporting the toleration in the source command prompt. And I will also share for same. And as Namkar told, we are working on creating new chaos faults based on databases. So yeah, we will raise a proposal PR soon. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, please take a look at the PRs and let me know. Thank you.
Sure, Nagesh. Maybe Nagesh Namkyu, you can also post these PRs once again as a reminder in the Litmus Dev channel, and so that we
Yeah.
can push for getting them merged as soon as possible.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Milind, would you like to share any updates or anything you're working on?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Milind.
So I am like a new contributor to Litmus. So I applied for LFX system, but I wasn't selected. So I am hoping, like I am learning the first testing for the upcoming GSOC term. So yeah, so I would like to contribute in first testing.
Sure, Milind. Hopefully, we'll see some inputs from your side for the GSOC issue, and we'll see how that goes. But feel free to take up any other issues meanwhile before the GSOC application results come out, so that you can keep contributing to Litmus. So I think we have Aryan with us. He's one of the new LFX mentees, and Aryan has been working on closing a few issues and contributing. So Aryan, would you like to share some updates?
Yes, hello everyone. Thanks a lot for the community for selecting me as a mentee. I would like to share that I worked on I have faced an issue which is only specific to Linux environment. Like I am posting this issue only in Linux environment. This issue is faced, and I have confirmed it from the various contributors. So the problem is that the Husky hooks in the our Chaos Center web does not run properly. Sorry, I'm outside little bit. Sorry for the disturbance. The Husky hooks does not work properly, and it only happens on the Linux environment. I don't know why. Because the script in the Husky hook is a very bash specific has a very bash specific sprint syntax, and sometimes the system is not linked to bash, I guess. So I would like someone to take a look at this issue, and I have fixed the issue also. I have made a draft PR about this, and I would like to make this give this to everyone's attention. So that was happening.
Saranya, do you have any inputs here?
Yeah, I just sometime back I just commented that if it's ready for review or not. Yeah, we'll take a look and we'll review it soon.
Yes. I think it was not caught by the maintainers because it was not it's not an issue in a Mac environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we did not face anything like that.
Yep. Please take a look.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks, Aryan, for your updates. Nilanjan, would you like to share some updates with us on what exactly you're working on currently from a community standpoint, and if you have some contribute inputs?
Sure, Prithvi. I do not have a lot of updates regarding anything features that we are working, but of course we are trying to make the existing Litmus Go code base stable. So yeah, in that effort, whatever issues that we are encountering from the users, whatever questions that they are coming up with the Slack, we can do a better work in that, I feel. I'm trying to answer them as best as I can, but Nagesh, Namkyu, I've seen you have answered sometimes a few of the questions. Thank you so much for that. And Nagesh, feel free to actually, take up the questions as best as you can. So we can try to actually reduce the amount of time that the users are facing in answering that questions as best as we can. And also, we can see what are the fronts of enhancements, whatever requests that are coming up through these questions, what can we enhance to that? On the same regard, we also have quite a few issues pooled up into our Litmus Go repo as well as the Chaos Operator repo. So we are planning to do a scrub, and out of that, there will be, of course, a few good first issues as well as few longer issues that will be good as new enhancements. So I am going to do that, and probably I'll also assign a few of these issues to whoever wants to, contribute. That includes Nagesh and anyone else. So yeah, that's all the updates.
Right. Thank you so much, Nilanjan. I think one thing before we wrap up this call, we still have 5 minutes on the clock. I would like to urge is we are getting a lot of questions from different community members, and I see a few of them uh, before beforehand. I think before we talked about the LFX mentorship, there are a lot of questions that are pending. So again, thanks Namkyu, Nagesh, Michael, everyone for your contributions. But if you can just try and help the community with a few questions that they have. And I think Aryan, you are also getting started with your contributions. Milind, you are getting started. So if you can just take up some threads on Slack and help other community members get started with Litmus, that will be really helpful from a contributor standpoint and for the community to just be able to use Litmus. All right, folks, with this, I think we have come to the close of this community call. And we'll again meet in a couple of weeks, Thursday, and then for the community meeting on the third Wednesday of the month around KubeCon. But yeah, feel free to post your questions in the Litmus Dev channel, and let's keep discussing more async on Slack. Thanks everyone for joining in. Bye.